Mawa. Hi. Sorry about that. I'm trying to get set up. My cat's knocked out my computer, and whenever my computer goes all the way out without being properly shut down, everything just messes up. Okay. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the My Ginkgo channel. My name is Zero, and I'm the person talking while y'all listening. Alright, so I made I was like so hype on happy birthday wishes and stuff that I made a new Blender plugin to help make things easier when rigging stuff in Blender 3. So as you guys know, as of late, I've been using Blender 3, but I haven't quite learned everything, and it just seems confusing. So that's why I made this plugin to make things easier. It also, as I'm sad to say, kind of sort of replaces my need to have to use Blender 2.72 for weight transfer. So I made a thing that does it here in Blender 3. So I'm going to show you what it's like. So I'm going to put revert so we can get this looking normal. Alright, so once we finish, we get here. We have the Ginkgo Weight tools installed, and it gives you all of these features to help you weight paint more efficiently. So, let's see if we can try to stay on task and see what it does. Actually, I think I'm acting weird because I don't have no music. Hang on. Ooh, excuse me. 1 second. Is that for the booby? Yeah, I'm still on punishment for that. Sorry, I need something to jam to. Ooh, I hear that song in forever. Okay, so Blender 3 is super weird. If you want to weight paint, well, first I'm turning the X-ray bones on because that's just does that not? Seems I'm still having some issues with the stuff I gotta fix. Thank you. That's what it should do. Okay, so let's say you wanted to do weight painting in Blender 3. And Blender 2.7, what we used to do was we would select the skeleton, right? And then we would put the skeleton into pose mode so that we can edit it. Then we would go to the garment, and then you see you can't even click on the garment when you're in pose mode. You gotta be in object mode. So I was like, okay, sure, let's just go to weight paint mode. That's what you must do. And then when you try to select the bones, nothing. So I tried asking ChatGPT, how does it work in Blender 3? And it's like, bro, all you have to do to make it work is you select the bones first, hold down shift, select the garment, then you go into weight paint mode, and now you can select the bones and you can do weight painting like you used to do. So I'm like, that's gonna be a little difficult for me to like explain to people because even myself I kept forgetting what order it had to be in, and it wasn't working. So that's where this button comes in. So I'm gonna revert it again so that it's fresh. Um, so with the tool, you just select the mesh that you want to weight paint, and then you press this button that says turn on weight paint mode, and then it switches you into weight paint mode, and the bones you should be able to select. But sometimes the bones don't show, so we can just press this button here that says toggle x-ray bones, and they show up here. So you can just do that instead of having to jump through all those hoops trying to rig. Speaking of rigging, I got some tools that will help make rigging a lot easier. We're using the stuff from Blender 2.72, and that's the weight transfer that I'll use in everything. Apparently, the newer blenders have the ability to do weight transfer. It's just they call it data transfer, and I don't know how to do that. So that's what the button is here to make it easier. Okay, so I know, like back in the day, like I said before, if you wanted to transfer weights from one thing to another, you would select the source mesh, hold down shift, and then select the target mesh, and then go into weight paint mode, and then tell it to transfer the stuff to it. But you would have to do that for every single one of the meshes that you wanted to transfer the stuff to. So you would constantly have to like hold down, select the source first, hold down shift, select the target. And then I'm trying to explain to people that if you pick the wrong order, then you risk transferring zero weights to the source. It's like if you, for example, let's say we were trying to rig this body and you selected the garment first that's empty and then the body and then try to transfer the weights over, you just put all the empty weights onto the body and now both of them are unrigged. So this part makes it a lot easier for that. At the very top, you'll see where it says source and there's a little eyedropper tool. And you can select which one you want to be the source, and it's locked in as many times as you need it to be. So let's say you wanted to transfer the weights from this coat to these lapels and stuff right here. All you have to do is just select the lapels after setting the jacket as the source, and then push transfer. Well, we want to go into weight paint mode so we can see it go. So enter weight paint mode. Alright, so we can do this, and actually, let me try something else to make it a lot cooler. I'm going to select the mesh. It's already there. I'm going to delete all of the groups. And as you can see now, like here in the vertex group, and press Control Z to go back. You see that the lapels here are rigged. Oh, well, I gotta go back a little bit more. Okay. Alright, now you see the lapels here are rigged. Here's the vertex group. We can go into weight paint mode, and I can press delete all groups, and it takes away all the vertex groups, so they are no longer rigged. So if we try to press R or manipulate the bones, you can see that it's not rigged. It's not going anywhere. So what we can do is we can press this button here, since we already set the jacket as the source, and press transfer to all bones. And it's going to transfer the weight from the jacket to the lapels. So you can see when we try removing her this time, it's got the same weights as the jacket, and it's moving fine. Now, there's also some situations, like if you were, I'm going to delete all the groups again just for this demonstration. So there are some instances where if you were, hey matches, I was just saying, matches threw me off. Hey Lotus! Okay, so, as you see here, it has no rigging on it. And there are some instances when you're rigging where you want to just transfer weights from a certain bones. This is great for like when you're rigging skirts and you got a skirt template and you only want it to rig onto your legs or something like that, and you don't want it to just overtake the pelvis, because sometimes when you're rigging skirts, the pelvis is all red, so when you transfer to it, it just makes everything red. And we don't want that in some cases. So to make that easier for you, I put the button in here that lets you transfer weights only to bones that you select. So you can press this button right here, transfer to selected bones. So you see that only those bones were affected because that's the ones we told it to choose. All the other bones over here, like you see, it's not working at all. So, you know, that's fine. Let's see, delete all groups please. Come back. And then transfer all bones. Now, one of the other things that I really like is that I put in a button that lets you hide your bones. Because sometimes when you're trying to rig, your bones will get in the way. And you don't want to delete them because, you know, sometimes your rig will say that you have to have a certain bone in a skeleton. But we want to hide it so that it can get out of the way and we can't delete it. So with the button that's here, hide selected bones, you can select the bones that you want to hide and then press this button and it will hide the bones for you. Yay! Now what's neat about it is that at the bottom here, it shows you all the bones that you have hidden in your rig. So if you want to, if you're worried that you may have accidentally pressed H and hit it, or you want to just bring back those bones, you can just press this button and it says unhide bones. Yep, I made it. Ish. We'll talk about that later. So you can press these buttons here and it can bring your bones back, because usually what you would have to do is, like, let's say if I have these arms or something, right, and I select those and I press H to hide them, in order to bring it back, I have to press Alt H, and that brings all the hidden stuff that you have selected, like hidden things, bones, mesh, and other skeletons and stuff like that. It brings it all back. With this one feature, you can just hide it, and then you can choose to bring back that bone and not bring back every single thing inside of here. Alright, now once you got all of that done, it's time to talk about the weight painting tools that I made. If you were to look on the side here, would you be able to tell which one of these is the gradient tool? I didn't. I had to ask ChatGPT what it looks like and is it still here? And they're like, yeah, it's here. You just gotta press that. So instead of having to hunt it down on the side, I put it over here on the toolbar so that you can easily access it. You can just press the button and then you can click and drag and you can still do the gradient tool like we used to. Now, when you're using the gradient tool, it's important that you can mask off, like in most cases, like if you're doing hair, you can mask off the influence for the gradient tool, and you can press these buttons right here. This one right here is the vertex masking, which is masking it by vertex, and then you can press the box select and then select how far you want it, or if you're wild and dangerous, you can use the C and circle select and make it work. So it'll only affect the area that you highlighted here. And let me turn the weight down and then turn the gradient tool back on, and you can see we can affect that area without touching down here if you wanted to. So, you know, that's fun. But it's important to know that you cannot select any bones while you're in the masking mode, and that's for vertex mask and face mode. So this one's got a little check here to let you know that you're still in the mode, and you can press the button and then it disable it, and you can go back to selecting the bones that you want from here. Yeah, that's it. So that's the dev kit tool. I wanted to work on smooth and put that in here, but smooth just kept crashing the whole thing. So you'll have to learn and do smooth on your own. But so far for that one, this gives us all the tools that we use. Then 2.7 and up here in Blender 3 to make it a lot easier for you guys to use. So that's my plugin, and I hope that you guys can pick it up if it helps you. Now, I'm not sure if it works on any other Blender besides Blender 3 because that's as high as I went. I kept having, like, all of my game creation stuff works here in Blender 3, so that's what I've been using. So if it doesn't work for your other Blenders, let me know, and maybe we can try to debug it or make something, but I don't know. Only for $19.99. No, it's free. But if you feel like donating $19.99, I will happily accept your $19.99. So yeah, I'll be back later with some more game developing things. But right now, I just wanted to show you guys the new tool that I made, and I hope that you can use it and share it with your friends, and it helps you do it. The link for it is in the Discord. But if you subscribe or follow me on GitHub, it's there too. I also pasted it pretty much everywhere in my Discord and all the rest of that jazz, so you can get it. I'm just gonna come and get the tag again just cause. There you go. That's it, and that should help you guys out. At least it's helping me out, so I hope we'll be able to do this. Saw your video tutorial, but thing is outdated now, so you have any update on that? Sekiro? No, I don't remember anything from Sekiro, unfortunately. I'm sorry, I don't remember any of that From Software stuff. It's just gone. If you want, I can give you the link to the From Software Modding Club Discord. They're the ones that made all the tools for, sorry, I'm hearing weird noises in the background. I think it's my husband. Oh, it is you. Hey, Shug. Okay, so here's the link to the From Software Discord, and they made like all the tools for like all the From Software stuff. They may not be the most friendliest of people, but there's some good eggs in there, as well as some rotten ass tomatoes that you want to stump. But yeah, they'll be able to help you. Okie dokie, y'all. I got a skadoot, and I'll be right back to do some more random hangout game development stuff. That's on my character profile. My, what you call it? Profile thingy. Um, there you go. Okay, alright, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna end this one because this was actually just to explain the plugin so I can put it on my GitHub. So I will be right back and then we'll hang out and make game stuff. So see you guys later and I hope you enjoy my plugin.